Thank you, Cousin Kelver. Labor rights. I know it's raining. Labor rights. Thank you. Let me, of course, recognize my parliamentary representative-elect, Honorable Julian Defoe. Other candidates, other speakers, of course, the former Speaker of the House, my friend and brother, Dr. Henderson. I see my other sister, Mrs. Shakira Hippolyte, sorry. And of course, the reason why we're here this evening, my friend and sister from the South, Honorable Dennis Charles, looking very pretty as always. Ladies and gentlemen, really, really and truly, after listening to the young ladies from the Soufriere LYU, and in particular, Miss Andrew, there's very little left to say. So, Mr. Manager, I think we should call up the meeting. Very little left to say. But that's the power of labor, ladies and gentlemen. The power of labor youth. So put your hands together for these dynamic young people of the Soufriere constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the Petit Servant constituency, where our candidate has already been declared the winner. Right here, Honorable Julian Defoe. Because they know that whether they sent up a UWP candidate or any other candidate parading as an independent one, they would have gotten a song licking, ladies and gentlemen. So they saved themselves the embarrassment and did not even bother send someone. Because Julian told them in no uncertain terms, don't waste your time. Par gaspiller, ladies and gentlemen, in Petit Servant. But I'm here in solidarity with my friend and sister, Dennis Charles. A friend and sister that I've had the privilege serving with for the past 2 terms. And I have no doubt, absolutely no doubt, that you, the wonderful people of Scott's Head, Galion, Soufriere, Point Michel, will re-elect her to serve you for a 3rd term, ladies and gentlemen. Her work in the constituency speaks for itself, from housing to a new health center, from job creation and empowerment to critical infrastructure, such as not 1 but 2 jetties, to facilitate fish landing and other marine activities. In fact, I asked her once whether she should give me one for Stowe Estate, but that's another story. So, ladies and gentlemen, she has delivered for the people of this constituency without a doubt, which is why, come December 6th, there is no other choice in the Soufriere constituency but Miss Dennis Charles, ladies and gentlemen. My message tonight to you, the residents of the constituency, the voters, is very simple. In fact, I have 3 simple but very important messages for you. Number 1, the Dominica Labour Party is going to win the next election, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to win the next election. There is no doubt about it. We already have 6 seats called for Labour, and we have more than a fair chance of winning the remaining 15 seats, ladies and gentlemen. So, the decision that you, the voters here, have to make here in Soufriere, the Soufriere constituency that is whether or not you would like this seat to remain with Dennis Charles and the Dominica Labour Party so that the great work that she has started can be continued, or whether or not you want to gamble with your future and put in someone that doesn't know whether she's coming or going, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't know whether she belongs to any political organization or not, because you all know the drama and the roro with her APP. We're not even sure if this APP Babel story exists anymore, because that is all it was, APP, a Babel story, ladies and gentlemen. A group of people playing what we call Babel. But as our leader always says, a political party is a serious organization, one that is always or should be always ready to take over the reins of power whenever that opportunity presents itself. And this young lady, whatever her name is not a part of any serious political organization, but rather part of the dozens of splinter groups from the very same UWP who have one thing and only one thing in common. That is to see the back of Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen. Number two, we need you to show up to vote on December 6th. Each and every registered voter, please, 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 do not assume that Denise has already won and she does not need your vote. We need to teach the enemies of Labour a song lesson that we are returning the DLP to power with a sound majority, not just in terms of number of seats won, but by a strong majority of the popular vote cast, ladies and gentlemen. We need to send a clear message to the enemies of progress, both here and overseas, and to the international community that this Roosevelt Skerrit-led DLP is still the best choice for Dominica, and we need to do that in no uncertain terms, ladies and gentlemen. Last election, from my figures, Dennis blew away what is named Dr. Christian. I don't know if Mr. is doctor there, but anyway, that's another story. By 750 votes, if I'm correct. What a beating that was. But this time, I want the Soufriere people to let Dennis win by over 1,000 votes, ladies and gentlemen. And we can do it if all of us show up to vote come December 6th. Because Dennis has been there for you through thick and through thin. Through Hurricane Maria, where this constituency suffered major infrastructural damage and loss of life. And from what I recall, Point Michel was the first, if not the first community to benefit under our sustainable housing program, ladies and gentlemen, to bring relief to the folks who lost their homes during Maria. Through the COVID-19 pandemic, she has been by your side, ensuring that each and every one of you was touched with supplies and other form of relief where needed. Job opportunities, among others. There is no argument that my sister Denise Charles has delivered to you, the people of the Soufriere constituency. In fact, many times I would tell Dennis at cabinet to chillax, relax Dennis, take it easy. There are other constituencies in Dominica. I used to tell her to let the PM brief Dennis, because every opportunity she got, she would be harassing the man for projects and for assistance for her constituents. PM having his lunch in cabinet, she not giving the man a chance to enjoy his broth. She by him with a big folder of documents. I mean, come on, Dennis. Who does that? Who does that, Dennis? So please show up to vote. They have decided not to participate in the elections, but they are hoping that our supporters will become complacent and not show up to vote and send the wrong message. They have already lost the argument of the legitimacy of the elections, ladies and gentlemen, labor rights. In fact, one of their very own told them at that famous press conference that there is nothing illegal about a snap election. Tiani Bianzi, or whatever his name is, an attorney at law and a known UWP supporter, told that to them, that the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica, our supreme law, gives the Honorable Prime Minister the powers to call elections at any time, labor rights. So do not be fooled by the gimmick. And we saw what happened to Tiani. If Afimate Sari had gotten a chance, he would have knocked out Tiani with his walking stick, ladies and gentlemen, at this press conference. But it's not our fault that they were caught without pants and without underwear, ladies and gentlemen. It's not our fault that months after their leader resigned, that they could not find it within themselves to regroup and put their party together. Ladies and gentlemen, as my friend and brother said, Sam Martin, this speaks volumes to the character of the UWP. They cannot even organize themselves, but they want to run a whole country, especially in these trying times. So they are hoping that you stay home and only a handful of you go to vote, so they can plead their case out there about the validity of your government. So we need you to go out and vote, 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 like your lives depended on it, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, yes, your lives depend on it, because come December 7th, we need a clear mandate to continue on the path of progress that we are on. Number 3, and lastly, ladies and gentlemen, Do not be fooled by this so-called independent candidate. I mean, let's face it. What can an independent candidate do for you? Someone who doesn't belong to any political family, no leader, no membership, nothing. What do you expect someone like whatever her name is to do for you by people of Soufriere? And we have to call her out come December 6th. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, labor rights friends all, I have been with some of you within the past couple of weeks, and you have indicated to me your satisfaction with the Dominica Labour Party, your satisfaction with the Honorable Prime Minister, and your satisfaction with your parliamentary representative. We have also taken note of the things that you need to be addressed and areas that you need to see improvement, and we will do just that. So come December 6th, labor rights, I know it's raining. When the ballots are counted, like we've done for the past 5 elections or so, the paid servant train will be waiting for you at the Lubia Junction, ladies and gentlemen, to join my other sister, Shakira, at Newtown. And together we head to wherever it is the celebration will be taking place. Because I'm confident that the entire southern belt of Grand Bay, Pidit Servant, Soufriere, and Rosa South will remain red with Labour. Because we in the South know that Labour is not just still the choice, it is the only choice. I thank you for listening to me. And vote then is come December 6th. Thank you very much.